Hello, and welcome back to the Neumann Update. I'm Alexis Lomax. This week might have felt like the longest week ever for U.S. senators as the impeachment trial of President Trump has taken place over the course of 4 days. On Thursday, Democrats used their second day of arguments in the impeachment trial to lay out evidence to support their abuse of power charge against President Trump and his wrongful relations with Ukraine. During Thursday's argument, impeachment manager Jerry Nadler of New York dug deeper into the charge of abuse of power, making a statement that the articles and evidence show President Donald Trump placed more emphasis on his own personal political interests. However, some Republicans had claimed to be bored and found the arguments of the House of Democrats to be repetitive of what was said on Wednesday, which is when the House Democrats offered a detailed chronological with an intense focus on the July 25th phone call between President Trump and Ukraine's President Zelensky. The Democrats strategically used repetition as a way to persuade the Republicans to join their call to action. As the second day of opening arguments for Democrats came to an end, Representative Adam Schiff pleaded with Republican senators to turn against their president, arguing that America would be lost if the truth of Trump's conduct in Ukraine did not emerge.
You can't trust this president to do what's right for this country. You can trust he will do what's right for Donald Trump. He'll do it now. He's done it before. He'll do it for the next several months. He'll do it in the election if he's allowed to. This is why, if you find him guilty, you must find that he should be removed. Because right matters. Because right matters.
The Democrats will wrap up their opening arguments this evening, and the White House defense is scheduled to begin their arguments on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. In local news, Pope Francis announced Thursday morning that he has appointed Nelson J. Perez, the current Bishop of Cleveland, Ohio, as the new Archbishop of Philadelphia. The son of Cuban immigrants, Perez was ordained as the son of Cuban immigrants, Perez was ordained in the Archdiocese and served for 23 years before being named bishop in 2012 by Pope Benedict XVI. Pope Francis named Perez Bishop of Cleveland in 2017, where he has served prior to today's announcement. Archbishop-elect Perez will be installed on February 18th at the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul in Philadelphia at 2 p.m. New bishop-to-be, Perez expressed gratitude towards Pope Francis, thanking him for his new appointment and being able to serve God in the Archdiocese where he was ordained a priest. Here at Neumann, an announcement was made that Francesca Reed will be starting on January 27th as the new Vice President for Enrollment Management and Marketing. We wish her a warm welcome. Now, if you ask me, the weather we had this week went from freezing cold to semi-mild. I'm not sure what's going on here, but let's check in with Rhea for our weather update.
Thanks, Lexi. For our 5-day forecast, we are looking at conditions that are going to be pretty decent for most of the night tonight if you are stepping out, maybe to grab a bite. Up until around 2 a.m. is when those showers are going to start coming in, continuing into our Saturday, with temperatures warming up for a rainy weekend. Our high today, 51, with our evening temperature at 40 degrees. Tomorrow, temperatures well into the 50s, although it's going to be a wet one, so make sure to pack your umbrellas. Sunday dries up, bringing a mild 46 degrees, temperatures staying pretty consistent throughout the week in the 40s. Monday, 43 degrees, partly cloudy skies, followed by Tuesday, 43, and Wednesday, 44, with some sun and clouds to follow. That's all for this week's weather update. I'm Rhea Troilo. Have a safe weekend.
Hello, I'm Shanice Boyd, back with your campus news. To start the week off, we celebrated Martin Luther King Jr. Day. A service project was held in the Bruder Life Center gym, and immediately after that, there was a celebration presentation in the Meager Theater. Everyone who participated received a nice and memorable t-shirt. If you are interested in modeling or showcasing your talent to the university, I hope you made it out to the Black Student Union's 3-day tryout this week for their annual fashion show. Practices are now beginning, and be prepared for the show on April 23rd. Tonight, there's a trip to Top Golf. The bus leaves Morgan Circle at 6:45 p.m. If you would like to show off your skills, don't miss the bus. Save the date for Super Bowl Sunday. You and your friends can watch the Super Bowl here in the Student Multipurpose Hall. Doors open at 5 and the game begins at 6:30. I'm Shanice Boyd, and that was your campus news.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dishes are best served hot, and I have the hottest news for you this week. Set phasers to stun. Whoopi Goldberg is headed back to Star Trek. Actor Patrick Stewart showed up on The View Wednesday and offered Goldberg the chance to reprise her role as USS Enterprise bartender Guinan. It's for the second season of CBS's all-access series Star Trek Picard. Goldberg immediately accepted, hugging Stewart. She said working on Star Trek Next Generation was a great experience from the beginning to end. The first 10-episode season of Star Trek Picard premieres Thursday. Singer-songwriter Alicia Keys announced new music in a New World tour, her first in several years. Her 7th album, Alicia, will be out on March 20th. The world tour will kick off in Europe on June 5th and end in September in Miami. Her last tour was in 2013. Keys also unveiled the cover art for the new album. Fans can watch Keys host the Grammys for the second year in a row. The show airs live on CBS on Sunday. Taylor Swift shared some difficult news about her mother's battle with cancer. Andrea Swift now has a brain tumor. The pop superstar revealed the diagnosis in an interview with Variety published Tuesday. She said the tumor was discovered recently as her mother was going through chemotherapy and her second bout with cancer. Andrea Swift was first diagnosed with cancer in 2015, and the younger Swift revealed her mom's cancer returned in 2019. The singer says they haven't decided on a treatment plan for the brain tumor. That's all the news I have for this week. I'm Daquan Ray, and have a great weekend.
With the first full week of classes complete and the stresses of the new semester beginning to set in, we could all probably use some positive stories. A ring that belonged to a World War II veteran is back in the right hands after it was mistakenly donated. A resale shop in Wisconsin recently put out a call for donations with links to World War II. Denise Chedivert thought of her father, who served from 1943 to 1945, donated some of the items. He passed away in 2000 and had never mentioned a ring signifying his service. Denise, the World War II's veteran's daughter, said he was like a lot of World War II vets. They didn't talk much about it. They don't make a big deal of it.
and so
He
I
was
didn't
like,
remember
"Oh."
him having it. An employee happened to find the ring in a box destined for the trash. She cleaned it up, revealing the raptured duck ring, which was awarded to individuals in the service that were honorably discharged. The shop was able to track down the family and return it to them. Employees at the shop say they wanted the piece of history to be back with the rightful owners.
What a lovely story, Amanda. It's always nice to hear when things of sentimental value get turned back to their rightful owners. That's all we have for this week's Neumann Update. I'm Alexis Lomax.
And I'm Amanda DeCarlos.